Welcome back to my 100% playthrough of REKKR Sunken Land on the REKKR difficulty, played through GZDoom. We are doing all levels with a bow star, and this is E4M4 Thaw. Let's begin. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do, we're going to grab this axe. You could probably cut down some of these enemies, but me, I'm going to go right into here, grab the Staff of Rune Explosion. I'm going to use it for these two losers. And maybe some of these guys as well, just to get them out of the way. There's plenty of runes around this part as well that you can pick up too. And when you're done with all that, you can probably go back and start killing the rest of these guys. I'm going to use some more runes for them. Absolute losers. This guy, try some more. Alright, now we've killed the big crying baby and all of his friends. We can go into this area. Grab all the armor patches, because why not? And we can kill a tree beast too. I think 4 rockets? Yeah, 4 runes even. We have to get into the REKKR spirit. And we have to call them by their real name. This guy's a Skeletor, and he gets blown up by 1 rune. You can go over here, grab a soul launcher, and we can use it to absolutely decimate all of our enemies from this point on. We don't need no bow no more. I am going to use a rune for this fellow, even though he hits me right in the face, sure. Alright, for this area, you want to ignore the grotesque. I mean, you can kill them, but there are eyes right behind them that will resurrect them, kind of like how Plutonia handles archviles sometimes with chain gunners to give you extra pressure. Pretty ingenious, but well, it's easy to avoid either way. We'll deal with them later. Anyways, pressing this button will raise up this part, which will allow you to go into here, but whenever you try to go over here, this part with the Jinn will open up. Yes, these guys are called Jinn, by the way. I read the patch notes. That's pretty much the only way you can see their names. Plus, there was also an error here. Anyways, killing the grotesque will allow us to go out from here, and finally we can kill these grotesque, probably. Now, if you look, you'll see eyes resurrecting them, like I said. And sometimes, at least in GZDoom, they'll resurrect in the pit. So if you want to make sure these eyes are dead, you can try shooting in there a few times. But when all's said and done, you want to press the switch to open up this area. Find the enemies here. Yeah, there's some imps and sorrows. They're all waiting for you, but they're still easy to dispose of. Now, speaking of enemies that get resurrected by eyes, the former dukes are also, they also get resurrected by eyes, which is pretty evil, but, you know, whatever. Also, just to make sure we're clear on this, this is a replacement for the Spider Mastermind. It's a rune porter. So it is, in fact, immune to splash damage, so you can hit it with direct hits, but the splash damage won't do anything with it. Speaking of splash damage, let's use some on these guys. Yeah, that works. So your best bets are weapons like these. The soul launcher, the steel shot launcher, and other things. And now I'm finally a victim of splash damage myself, but thankfully there's health over here that we can grab. But now that we have the red skull key, we can go into this area again, but when we try to go back, we'll have to deal with these guys. Now, there will also be some imp cells try to get you. One of these guys gave me the high five of death, which is kind of expected at this point. But I think we got rid of all the enemies here and here and whatnot. If you want to go back from this point, if you want to go back from that point, you can do so, but it'll just send you back to where you killed the 1 rune porter and the Jinn. But either way, we can go out into this area. We're just going to wake some of these guys up while I grab the armor bonuses, because why not? And we're going to head out and just get rid of all these imps first. Then the flying spaghetti monster, we're going to switch to the rune staff for this one. The eyes are always top priority after that. And now we can finally get rid of the grotesque. Now let's get some secrets. Here's secret 1, and secret 2, you just open this wall up, and there's secret 2. Secret 3, I'll show you later. It doesn't have to do with that, though. As you can see, there's a bunch of things we can pick up, but none of them are part of a secret. They just come later. Anyways, let's kill this Sorrow fellow. I don't know why I'm using the bow on him, but whatever. I don't know, I guess I like the bow. Still a strong weapon. Anyways, over here, after killing all the enemies, we can go and press this button, and now it went from green to red. What that means, I'll show you later, but for now, we're just going to continue. Check out this particle effect, it's pretty cool. And then we're going to make our way into here, flip the switch to open this part of the area up. And now we can go down into this dark zone. Not really YouTube friendly, but still, we have to do what we have to do. And I have dynamic lights on, which is on by default, I think. Because I'm using the hardware renderer with a software palette. Or, yeah. A software tone map, even. A palette tone map. So I think it kind of helps with the darkness to an extent. Anyways, when we grab the Steel Shot Launcher, Skelly Belly appears to try and ruin our day. I mean, you can use the Steel Shot Launcher on him, but you can also use the Staff of Rune Explosion. Either one really works. And I'm gonna use the Staff of Rune Explosion on these fellows. And there we go. Now let's cut down some Inhumans, because we are the REKKR. And all that other stuff like that. Mean Husk, 2 shots. Good as dead. We can do some overkill on these other guys as well. When we press this button, this teleporter will be revealed, and into this part we go. Now here's the deal with this part. Whenever we flip the switch, here's what we're going to do. We're going to turn around immediately and start firing. We're going to walk a tightrope, kind of. Yeah, we took a bit of damage, but that's fine. We're going to spin the valve and listen to this sound effect. That is adorable. I love it when vanilla maps use lifts and crushers to make like sound effects and stuff like that. That's adorable. I love it. Anyways, going into this part, we can get a mana seal and another one. We can press this because that's a button. We didn't even grab the Holy Relic, but we can do so right now. You could have grabbed it before, but I was just I was content with using other weapons. Speaking of weapons you could use with the mana seal and whatnot, you can grab the Blessing of the God right there. And now that we press both buttons, this part has thawed out, just like the title. And we can use the Blessing of the Gods on all these losers. Absolutely destroyed. Now the last enemy, I believe, is in here. It's a Mimic. And it is guarding the last secret, which is a Shaman's Brew. Which is only really good if you're doing a continuous playthrough, but if you are doing that, then this next level should probably be a hunch for you. And with that, we are done with Thaw. And yeah, it's a shorter level than the last one. And it's got a... Initially, it looks simple, but whenever you check it out more, you'll see that some of the like decorations and whatnot, especially with the whole area with the former dukes, is pretty cool. Pun partially intended, I guess. I do like how you use the switches to warm the place up a bit, right? And hence, that's why the name is Thaw. And it's a pretty cool concept. And I do like how the eyes are used kind of like Plutonia style. I think this could have been done a bit more in the earlier episodes, but I like that it's being used now. I like it when enemies are constantly around to give you pressure in certain areas. And I like that REKKR has been experimenting with this more in levels like these. So, I enjoyed this level. And I've enjoyed Sunken Land pretty good so far. So, stay tuned for the next video where we go into E4M4. But until then, toodaloo.